let me just give you a little heads up of how this is actually going to work out. So we have different color palettes for the game that we're going to apply. Right now, Good Taste is in the leads. That's what we're going to start with the run. And how it's going to work is that whatever's ahead, either Good Taste or Bad Taste, that's what's going to be applied to the game. Now, that being said, every $25 donation or higher, if you donate towards what's already in the lead, will cycle through the 7 or 14, I'm not sure if it's 14 for the both or 14 each, will cycle through the available color palettes between that item. Let's say whether it's Good Taste, you donate 25 to Good Taste and it's in advance, we're going to move on to the next Good Taste palette, and if it's the case for Bad Taste, and so on and so forth. So if it sounds confusing, it probably is a little bit, but I mean, we got about an hour, 50 minutes to figure it out together. So without further ado, Invenerable, it's all yours.
Hello everyone, I'm Invenerable. I'm running Final Fantasy Legend 2 for the Game Boy, glitchless, no hard resets. We got DD on the couch. He's going to be the artistic director for the run. So as those donations come in, whether Good Taste or Bad Taste overtakes the other, or if there's an extra $25 bump to either one of them, DD is going to be telling me which palette to swap to, and we are on Good Taste to start with. What am I starting out with here, DD?
I want Welcome to IKEA.
Welcome to IKEA.
Oh my god. The names are so good. I love this.
Well, let's get on down to it. Here's your starting Good Taste. And if y'all are ready for me to count us in, we'll get this underway.
All right. Well, we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
So as I'm sure many of you already know, this is the second game in the Saga series. Got rebranded as Final Fantasy Legend here in the US because everything had to have Final Fantasy on it. We're not going to buy other RPG series. If you don't have Final Fantasy in the name, why even release it here, right? Either way, fantastic game. I played this a ton in my childhood, and when I learned to speedrun it in adulthood, I was kind of sad at, kind of how much easier it was. That we're starting here with a monster. We're going to be doing a 2-monster, 2-robot route. But honestly, as long as you have one baby dragon and one robot to start with, you can take any other 2 characters. You'll beat this game in under 2 hours with a little practice. It's a really fun run. You should get into it. A lot of people have picked this up over the last year. So here at the start, we're learning a little bit of the backstory. Our dad runs out the window when we're just a wee little imp. It says, "Don't tell Mom, I'll be back later." And years later, I don't know how imps properly age, but we're a little older now, and we want to go find Dad. So let's get the rest of our team together. One more monster. Robot number 1, and Murderbot number 2. That second bot's gonna kind of be carrying us throughout the entire early game. One of the things about this Saga game in particular is that each different class, human, Esper, monster, robot, gain stats and strength a little differently. Monsters gain their new abilities stats by transforming upon eating enemy meat. You beat a monster, has a chance to drop meat, eat that meat, congratulations. You are now mightier than you were before, or maybe weaker. It's a complicated process, but we've got it pretty well routed out for the run. Robots only care about what they're equipped with. No leveling, just duct tape your favorite weapons to your robot. They're going to get stronger and mightier and do better things. Humans, very much like the Final Fantasy II for the Famicom. By the way, great luck so far with all these can't runs. Final Fantasy II for the Famicom, of course, what you did in battle determined how you leveled up. Humans, much the same in this game. Esper's kind of like that, except they also gain 4 special abilities. Yet another can't run. We like to joke that the NPCs here are actually just walking bags of bricks. Friend of mine in the Final Fantasy Legend 2 community, Random Hughes, kind of figured out the algorithm for this. And it turns out that it compares your party's agility to the monster group's agility. But if anyone is knocked out, or if you're missing that 5th guest character, you are guaranteed to run away. So we're actually going a little slower here at the start by virtue of having our wonderful teacher join us for the ride. That being said, I don't think I've had this bad of luck in any of my practices, so welcome to Marathon Luck. You love to see it. Lots of encounters, but eventually we'll get things underway. We'll get our team online and just steamrolling every boss. This is glitchless, so you won't see any of the fun little tricks that you may have figured out in your youth with the trash can glitch, or, teleporting a dragon off a racetrack. We're just breaking the game by its own rules.
It's weird, but as soon as you mention taking a dragon off a racetrack, I'm kind of sad that we're not gonna see it.
Well, you know, maybe I'll learn the glitched route and submit it next year. And ooh, well, that's a little fun bonus. So this route, I don't bother farming for that meat. If you get it, it's a lovely little bonus. It upgrades our baby dragon to a Hi-Ho Silver Away. Really nice horse, great agility, makes a lot of fights a little bit easier coming up. Not required by far, and we do have to kind of revert that process later on, but I don't hate it.
Well, do you know what else is not required by far?
What's that?
The MacFrost $25 donation, and they say, bring on the bad taste.
Here we go.
Bad taste is now in the lead.
What are we going with?
Mixed match jelly beans.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, mixed match jelly beans it is. There we go.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually one of the better bad taste ones. There are some that really get these, you know, lovely chartreuse and magenta contrasting. I can deal with this one.
I mean, that's definitely the old school DOS game kind of palette.
Oh, go ahead.
I swear I'm gonna do better next time.
Hey, it's all good. Huge shout out to a good friend of mine and kind of the one who got us all back into speedrunning this game, Scala Kitty, who actually made all these palettes that I'll be using today. She put in the work to make them either, you know, nice and pleasant, you know, soothing, or just utterly painful to look at. And hopefully we'll get to some of those later in the run as well.
I've seen that name in the Free Enterprise credits.
Oh yeah, she also is the preeminent Zeromus sprite creator for the Free Enterprise Final Fantasy IV randomizer, so artistic hands in many pots.
Is she the one who designed our reset button like 2 years ago? Because we had a Free Enterprise run where Zeromus sprite was the reset button.
Yes, I believe she's the one who worked that out.
Oh well, thanks for that.
Nearly everyone for a...
yeah, she says she did.
Yeah. Pretty much every marathon event with the special Zeromus sprites are usually pieced together by Scala.
I'm gonna remember that.
You will note that since we dropped that bag of bricks, our wonderful teacher, no more having issues running away. We're just scooting on through our first little dungeon here. To fill in a little bit more of the story gaps, we went to the Temple of Isis and spoke to Key. We're like, hey, you seen our dad? We're looking for Magi. And guy with the hat, because there's only one guy with a hat, of course. Of course, that's sarcasm. One of the fun little recurring things in this game is they try to give you fake out after fake out of running into your father. And it's given us kind of a unified dad theory that all dads in this world are, in fact, just your one father. And that's why he's so busy with all his other children and helping manage things that he never came home. It breaks your heart.
Did he leave for cigarettes and never come home?
Exactly.
He's a Highlander, there can be only one. I'm pretty sure nobody got the reference.
I mean, no, I don't
Christopher Lambert would beg to differ.
Yeah, probably.
And of course, Adrian Paul on the TV series, both members of the Clan MacLeod.
The animated series?
No. It was a syndicated series, live action, actually.
No, but I mean, let's not forget about the animated series.
Oh, okay. You see, that one I didn't know about. I've been out pop cultured today.
Actually, I think we'd better forget about that.
It wasn't that bad.
Of course,
It wasn't in bad taste.
No, but this pawn was.
those two intrepid adventurers, they made it out a door ahead of us, and then 5 seconds later, they somehow got completely slaughtered and their Magi stolen. If you actually bother talking to them, they're like, oh, Ashura's men took the Magi. So we have our eyes set on our first villain of the game, a new god by the name of Sura, a goblin who found some Magi and turned into a 3-headed, 6-armed beast and is gradually trying to muscle in on other worlds. Here we get our second bag of bricks. He's like, I have to guard this world. And we're like, please don't. You're so incredibly slow. So let's get ready for more can't runs thanks to our wonderful, wonderful allies. You hate to see it. Doing our first big equip of the game. So these little mana, speed, and power Magi, they just give a minor boost here, but every time we collect another one from either defeating a new god, or just looting it from ruins, it'll automatically stack on the characters we equipped it to. and they will in turn get stronger, faster, more magical. Oh, and we're back to the can't run portion of the game. There we go.
Shout out to a common friend, Pidge01, who said, "Let's go, Inven."
Aw.
How you doing, Pidge? Yeah, I got the chat right here, so I got some stuff to say during this run.
Nice. Pidge is the reason I even know about NoReset. When she did her, I believe, most of the stuff run last year in Montreal. That was the
one with the 4 hours and 20 minutes estimate?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was the first NoReset I ran just over a year ago, and I learned that y'all were coming to Atlanta and submitted stuff, and now I'm here. It's such a small world in the speedrunning community, even if it's, you know, crossing international borders. So, huge thanks to Pidge for pointing me out that this is a thing.
So that's why you knew about us when I got to your channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you will note at some points, I will probably roll my eyes or sigh heavily during certain parts of the encounter table. It runs up and down, and by far the worst part of it is a wonderful place where you get 3 random encounters within 4 steps on the overworld. And of course, we're not fighting any of these random encounters until a certain point in the game where we're forced. So it's really just a little exasperating. But we do get to see this beautiful pink with the... thanks, Zombie. Excellent dance party. With the battle transition, at least. Yeah, Didi, I think you may have given everyone too nice of a bad taste ballot.
Yeah.
We may have to go a little nastier next time just to motivate people to get it swapped again.
Oh, don't worry, I have my eyes on one.
Oh, wait.
Well, I mean, Avasam donated $20 saying, "Oh God, please change it back." Also, shout out to Pidge. Right after that, Max Frost donated $19.99 and said, "Come on, people, this is supposed to be a bid war. I brought it a bit closer for you." So now Good Taste is ahead, so...
Oh, Didi, what's our good taste ballot going to be?
I don't think I wanted good taste, but let me check.
That's not up to you, though.
I know. I know. Oh, wow. Let's go with Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that.
Nice little classic palette. It'll look very familiar to anyone who owned an original Game Boy.
That's the good one.
Yeah, it's like cream spinach, but a little more pleasant on the eyes.
I love spinach, and cream spinach does not sound like a good time.
We defeated Asura's general in this world, that rhinoceros that looked surprisingly like a triceratops. And of course, it is a load-bearing rhino. You defeat the boss, the entire dungeon has to collapse, you know. That's how you build these things. You find one good monster, surround it. I mean, you've all DM'd before, right? We do get to say goodbye to our bag of bricks. I have a theory as to why she is so incredibly slow, but you'll have to wait to learn that. We'll be taking an incredible journey in a little bit, and you'll get a chance to find out just why Key holds us back so badly. Next up, we have Asura's World. Lovely little sandstorm of a place, desert towns where talking to NPCs gets you in fights. Luckily, we know the lore. We know how to get through here. You just make sure you take that right turn at Albuquerque. And yeah, this looks about right. There we go. And of course, now that we have no outside assistance, we get to run again. I guess we're only brave enough to stick and fight our battles when we actually have someone watching us. These 4, nah, we're good. We'll see ya. We're now climbing Asura's Tower, the first real boss dungeon of the game. Unlike the 3 to 5 floors we've seen elsewhere, this one has like, oh my goodness, it's like a dozen stories tall, maybe 15. And, you know, upon learning of that run mechanic, of how if you don't have a 5th character, you can pretty much run, I started to understand a little bit of how when I was in 5th grade in rural Georgia, playing this game on every road trip I ever went on with my family, how I actually made it so far in it. It was because I just ran. I ran so far away. And now I get to do it as a legitimate strategy.
I mean, most RPG speedrunning implies running away from everything, so...
Yeah, yeah. Only the required fights, thank you.
I mean, except for Mystic Quest. This is like one of the shorter runs and the one where you get the most fights.
Hey, what's up? I'm a woodman. I love that that's the exclamation when they see you. Of course, this gentleman in a hat, yeah, looks suspiciously like Dad. No, no, no. Of course it's not Dad. This is some guy who's dressed exactly like Dad, but wearing a mask. Couldn't be Dad.
All right, so are you guys ready?
Oh, always ready.
Because colors be changing right now.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm ready.
We got a $100 donation by Just to Ensure Purple wins, and they actually been on the Silent Hill 4 blood color, so we're fine. We're still good taste.
Okay.
So we switch good taste?
I'm just going to say, though, we're at 1,700 right now, and we're looking good for breaking that 2K barrier tonight. So let's keep him coming.
I mean, I think we can switch good taste for $100. What do you think?
I'm okay with it double stacking like that. I don't mind, as long as, you know, it's just, as long as it's not, you know, going into 2 buckets, I don't mind it being a good time to swap pallets. What do you want to see, DD?
Let's go with China Cabinet.
China Cabinet.
I like that.
Another nice, soothing, consistent one. Nothing too clashing.
But why did we change now?
Because we got a $100. I mean, for 100, why not changing?
We'll play fast and loose with the rules. It's all good.
Yeah, and this way we get to see all of Scala's, you know, wonderful designs.
Yeah,
DD gets to let his vision become reality over here.
I mean, we got 35 of them.
This is Asura, the first real boss of the game. You'll note that we have one robot who's over here doing over 200 damage to it. Oh, and we landed sleep just as a lovely bonus. We actually take our first marathon safety save before this fight. If Asura really wants to be nasty, he can use a multi-target fire attack on the entire team that'll wipe us in 2 rounds. Rarely ever does that. You're usually good to go. And that's the first real boss of the game. Although he taunted us right beforehand, he lets us know that his minions have micronized and gone inside Key's body. She has the power of healing because she was born with these magi. 77 of them. They make a goddess. They give you real ultimate power in this world. And because Key was born with them in her body, Asura wanted them, and now Key is very sick. She is full of roving monsters, robots, all kinds of beasties, and we have to go talk to giants to find out how to shrink ourselves down to go in and clean house. There is a decent bit of backtracking in this game. It's usually pretty kind about it, like cutscenes will do the walk back for you, so if you ever have to go to an earlier place for storyline progression, it'll usually warp you back there, and you just have to do the way back forward. So we didn't have to come all the way back. We didn't have to walk down Asura's tower. We didn't have to walk back here. So a little bit of kindness from the original game designers in that regard. Not going to make us walk every single step that we must. There's a pretty great remake of this for the DS that sadly hasn't come out in the West, but it kind of gives a little bit of the game away. For instance, right here, while you're in the Celestial Realm with all the beanstalks, because it's not this strictly top-down perspective, it's 3D, of course, so you can look around and see the Central Palace and get an idea of how the world is laid out instead of it being quite so mysterious. Oh, hey, it's a man in a hat. Is this a... No, it's actually our father. Like, do you remember me? He's like, maybe? Here, have a piece of candy. So he gives us another magi. He bugs out again. But we still have a friend to save, so we went on our quest to find Dad, but now we have bigger fish to fry. We have people to take care of. We have obligations of our own. It's truly the hero's journey into adulthood. And so we're gonna mug this shopkeep. Nah, we're just scaring him to find out where he gets his Giants goods. There is a huge, literally, Giants town to the east of this smaller town. So he passes it along, says, hey, talk to Johnny, he told me. Still have this moody music reminding us, oh, we found our father for all of 30 seconds. Yay. We managed to not get blocked by those NPCs, everyone's favorite real ultimate boss in RPG speedruns. So there's rumor around town that Johnny's a giant. We say, yeah, of course you're a giant. He pouts at us like, look, dude, you're the one who asked. I just want to learn how to micronize. You're the one who's being all pouty. This is a very pleasing palette, but some of the bad taste ones, that little darker square stands out so drastically that it's like, why did I have to ask someone how to get into this town? A little more subtle on the original system, I suppose, but not overly so. So First Giant's house is just more pieces of a goddess. They're just lying around here. You'd think they'd take those with them when they left, but no. And they actually double not only as power-ups for the team, but they're also kind of the gateway system of the game. Like here, opened. Anytime you see the word opened appear, it means that that would have been blocked if you did not have a certain Magi count. So...
well,
yes.
we got a $25 donation by a certain DDG.
Oh!
And they say, someone on the chat said they wanted to donate, but the palette was too pleasing. What will you do now? And as I was reading this, a $50 donation came in from Max Frost saying, I'll do this because it's fun. And they just topped it off with another 50 bucks. So now Bad Taste is ahead by a good $60. Well, 58-ish. 56.
Okay, so I had my eyes on Neon Plague.
Neon Plague. And you know, that actually put us, that was at least, oh
my god.
Oh, excellent choice, Didi.
This is perfect.
I will say that by virtue of you and Frost coming in at the same time, I think that puts you an extra $25 ahead. So I think you got a freebie swap token whenever you want another bad one. But take your time.
I'm gonna take my time for sure.
Let's soak it in. Let's soak it in.
I don't think I'm gonna watch for a few minutes, but I'm gonna take my time.
Oh, this isn't so bad. Come on.
Who created that?
Again, all these hashtag blame Scala.
I mean, even if you're colorblind, this is atrocious to watch.
Yep. I love it so much. At least until, you know, my eyes burn out on me. Then we might have to just, you know... I wonder if I could get good enough to run this blindfolded and then I don't have to worry about the palette swaps.
That would kind of defeat the purpose of this incentive.
Yeah. There we do our first actual shopping of the game. We pick up one submachine gun for our robot. Don't have to slap it on it quite yet. We'll do it before the next boss. Fun fact there. Everyone who learns to speedrun this game is guaranteed at least once to scroll down one square too far and sell that micronization device that we picked up in the Giants realm.
Okay, I just want to say, Esmo on the chat says, I am colorblind and can confirm.
I'm just going to say, this is like an 8-year-old had too much sour candy on Easter. This is what this reminds me of.
The text is definitely the worst part of this one.
Oh my god, this is even worse now.
Yeah, we're inside Key's body. We're going to completely ignore everyone who invaded her body. We're actually just here to also take the Magi and run.
So, if somebody start to feel sick, just tell me. I still got a freebie.
I'm guessing I can't claim that?
Nope, you can't.
I knew what I was signing up for.
Hey, it was your idea.
I know. Oh yeah, so back to the micronization device. You can sell it. It is not like there's no key item system in this like in certain other Final Fantasies. Any item you pick up, except for Magi, you can accidentally sell. And if you sell it, you have to go all the way back to Giant's World and pick it up again. Of course, if you're speedrunning it, Rip Run, if you've done that in a vanilla playthrough, I feel so bad.
So we got a $25 donation by Cerebron who says, "The colors, dude, make it stop." And yet they donated towards bad taste. And then there's I'm Gonna Be Sick donated $20 and they say trying to help. And they donated towards good taste, which was effectively canceled out by Cerebron's donation. Oh my god.
Well, we are obligated to change them.
Yeah, we do. So I'm going Demon Chocobo.
We're $60.01 away from going back to good taste.
All right, well, all hell Demon Chocobo. This is a...
Oh, Demon Chocobo?
That's what DD said.
Oh, God. Oh, well,
it's better.
That's better, actually.
Yeah, it makes the text a lot easier to read. This one is an homage to a certain Final Fantasy VI speedrun done at a GDQ event a few years back where they used the Chocobo background on the menus and made the colors all, you know, bright yellow, hot pink. So, all hell Demon Chocobo.
Yeah, this is better. I mean, at least the background is not lime green.
I think I just heard someone say that we could have green screened it, and that would be kind of funny, just to have the all the audience peeking through all the background of the fight scenes in the map. Oh, just that would work as well. So this is honestly probably my least favorite part of the game. This is a great part to go to sleep to late at night. Lovely little lullaby, amazing journey into Key's body. And I think they made it about 2 Magi too long for my taste. But what can you do? And this is the explanation, by the way, if you look closely right there, of why Key is so slow. She only really has one leg. Both of them are connected. There is no gap there. She is hopping around like a pogo stick, and that's why you can't run from anything when she's in your party. It's canon now. Deal with it. Oh, I do love that magenta when we get into fights.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? If we go 10 minutes with the same color palette, I'm using my freebie.
Hey, all right. Sounds like a plan.
So you still got like 8 minutes to watch this one.
You know, honestly, I like this one. This is the one that when we this is the kind of one that we classically use for the very last leg of the game, just because of it being so near and dear to our hearts. But of course, that's entirely up to the artistic director and the donators tonight.
Yep.
So this one...
You should never give me that much power.
Oh. I'm just saying, this one, I'm used to. I could look at this all day long. I think this is pretty.
Well, it's one of the better bad taste palette.
Yeah. The worst ones by far are ones where instead of a dark background, they have a fairly light background.
Yeah.
And instead of the bright colors for the foreground, we use fairly dark ones. It creates kind of like a moon side effect for anyone who is an Earthbound fan, but it can definitely be a little jarring on certain dungeons in this game.
I mean, I picked Neon Plague. That was pretty much self-explanatory.
One more to go in Key's main body, thankfully. Like, it's just... This is one of the few places where there is backtracking, because you have to loop around one arm, one leg, the other leg. But after this, you know, they do a pretty good job of having fairly unique dungeon design in this game. And a fairly reasonable length at that. It's just the early game, they have a few of these that are a little over-designed. We'll put it that way.
Well, I'm just going to say I added an extra feature to this run.
Mm-hmm.
We also now have bad taste cam.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. Brilliant. But it's me and DD on cam. That's always good taste.
There you
Your
go.
mileage may vary.
I think he's right.
there is that 3 encounters in 4 steps that every Saga 2 runner knows and loves. Now, if you were playing one of the glitches or manipulated runs, then you don't even have to deal with that. You just take a few steps, save. Take a few steps, save. Get in a fight, reset. Nope.
Fun times.
Yep, not allowed for us. So you get those 6 Magi, that puts us over the limit to get into the brain. Fun fact, a doctor friend of mine informed me that this is how it works in real life too, the blood-brain barrier. You get enough pieces of the divine being, and you can just waltz on in. And that's how you get a...
Yeah, that's what my doctor said.
Yeah. So this is the first part where we actually grind meat on this run. We do it because, well, there are fights in later worlds. Hey, first try. Love to see it.
Wow.
There are fights in later worlds that where the enemy monsters finally get the ambush ability, which means, surprise attack, they get a free round, and, when you're up against a group of 15 monsters, it's not unreasonable for them to collaboratively wipe your team, which up to a certain point in this game is not a problem. There's a restart the fight mechanic, you have a little, we'll talk about the details of that a little further in.
All of a sudden, this palette doesn't look so good.
But we're back in the Celestial World at least. Nice dark background again for a bit. This one reminds me of, I swear there was like some weird off-brand of bubblegum when I was a kid that had little it was a cube with one opposite checkerboard pattern with this exact yellow and this exact pink. Or maybe I'm just imagining it. Either way. Basically I'm saying I could really go for some gum right now. Alright, next world. A little more variety here. And this does include the first dungeon where... Oh! Okay, when you do leave the Celestial World, that pink does get you a bit. Again, the first place where we could get an ambush, so... The world record run for this currently takes 2 humans instead of the extra monster and robot I took. Again, I don't want to risk wiping to those annoying fights here. If you're going for a personal best or world record, you probably use a slightly different team. Oh, and this is long, man. You can tell by his theme that he's completely trustworthy. That's why he's helping us out. He's a total bro. Nothing to worry about here.
I got that reference, by the way.
I hear the music now.
Yeah. Not spooky, not sinister at all.
Nah, he's a good guy.
Oh, yeah. He gave us 1 shiny. He told us where to find more shinies. What's to worry about?
Well, you still got 4 minutes to watch this.
Hey, it's not so bad, although we are entering a volcano area, so yet another swap on what the background is, and we have this wonderful crunchy lava. Sadly, unlike Final Fantasy I, you can still get in random encounters here. Luckily, though, again, we're guaranteed to run our little chameleon friend in front, guarantees we never get surprised, so we could be at 1 HP on every character here and not be worried in the slightest. Doesn't mean it's not a little annoying, though. The DS remake of this actually features all the random encounters are actually on the map. They have icons, you can see them, you can dodge them, you can run from them. So speedrunning it is kind of fun in that regard because you actually get to dodge and use a little bit of reflexes and stuff. Here it's just run as quickly as you can.
When you say the encounter are on the map, are you talking like Mystic Quest kind of
Yeah, kind of like Mystic Quest, kind of like Chrono Cross. You can actually see them. They do move, though, and they give chase with varying patterns. Like, some of them will charge at you in a straight line. Others of them will tell you very quickly, and if you don't move in a straight line, if you turn it all, they'll catch up to you. Cute little things like that. They really had a fun time with the remakes of the Saga series. It's a great series, and I'm sad that it didn't get quite as much love here in the West as it apparently did in Japan.
Yeah, sadly.
I really like Saga Frontier 1, personally.
Oh, yeah. Love that game.
These are good games.
Got to do the sideways walk out of the water just to sashay. Got a style on them. Brief warning, we are entering a place called Disco Dungeon in the community. If you are susceptible to moving patterns at all, and this starts to bother you, feel free to look away. I will give a shout out when we are out of this dungeon, and chat will also. I know that a few of my friends who are regular viewers of this game are there. So if it's bothering you, we will give you a shout out, say, hey, it's all right, you can come back. Me, I love the checkerboard pattern here. I always had fun as a kid trying to walk exactly on the same square that it was moving on. This is also that first dungeon where we can actually be surprised. If we won't be. We have our lizard friend. But if we run into the pack that has wiped my run and several friends' runs before, I'll be sure to shout them out and laugh at them maniacally. Not today. Hey, there it is, actually. I think that's the pack. I know that the Medusas are part of it, because they can just petrify the team, and then you're like, well, what do I do now?
You mean all at once?
No. And they can't actually petrify the robots, which is another great thing about doing this with 2 robots. You don't have to worry about that. But the annoying thing is that petrification is one of those status elements that doesn't get healed based on... I don't think it recovers by staying it ends, and we wouldn't want to do that anyway on the speedrun. You actually have to take a few steps out of your way to get potions to cure it. But of course, we don't have to worry about that here.
I mean, I get why people would get motion sickness out of this.
Yeah. So if it's bugging you, don't worry. It's only a couple minutes, and we'll be letting you know. And I'm sure the bad taste isn't improving the situation for some people.
Probably not, but we're about to switch.
Oh,
I'm using my freebie. It's been 10 minutes.
All right. What are we going to now?
I want to go with the ooze.
The ooze. All right.
Is that a Power Rangers reference? Oh, it's not that kind of ooze. I was expecting purple.
Nah, this is probably more a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference, if I had to guess.
Oh, yeah. That looks right.
Yeah, definitely looks a little radioactive, a little mutagenic here.
People are talking about raising money to stop the bad taste.
I mean, there are plenty of great good taste ones out there, but the worst of the bad taste is still out there. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, DD, but
No, you better not.
if you land on it at some point, I'll be sure to let you know that you have chosen my personal least favorite of the bad taste.
Because you know, if you tell me right now, I'm gonna wait until 4.5 minutes after you said only 5 minutes left.
So here's the thing. I think I'm just going to explain the whole shtick that we've got going on here for the people that just joined us. So basically, we have a bid war right now. When you donate through the Tiltify platform, !donate, we'll give you that link in chat, or on our Twitch page, the big green donate button, so you can use that. Now, when you donate, you can select the bid war. And this one, there's the Final Fantasy Legend 2 palette swap bid war. There's good taste and bad taste as the 2 available options. Now, those are color palettes for the game. And there's, I believe, between 17?
There's 17 each.
There's 17 each. 17 good taste, 17 bad taste palettes. Now, whatever is ahead, we switch to that set of palette. And whoever donates $25 or more towards what's already ahead, then we do a cycle. Like, we cycle through the good palettes or the bad palettes, whatever's ahead. So donate generously. Right now, we're actually $15 away from breaking our last year's record for Atlanta. Just going to say that. Less than $15 away from beating our record from last year. And we're already going to be 2/3 through our record in the States, which is 3,000 at DreamHack Dallas. God. Anyways.
And just a note for anyone who was just listening, we are out of the Disco Dungeon. We are still on bad taste, so you got to donate if you want to get rid of that. But we are clear of the moving floor, at least.
Yeah, at the very least. But yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. So there's a bid war going on. If you want your eyes to bleed, donate towards bad taste. If you want to have... Well, I mean, your eyes bleeding will still be an enjoyable experience. In this case, specifically, this one time. But otherwise, if you want to not have motion sickness looking at a bunch of colors, then donate towards good taste. And our artistic director, DD Gaming's on the couch there, will take care of choosing the color palettes when we cycle and so on and so forth. So donate generously. Thank you very much.
I would like to see y'all break that 1850 mark probably by the time we even leave Apollo's world. I think that'd be awesome.
I mean, there's two reasons to donate right now. Either to stop the bad taste, or to make sure I find which one you ate the most. I mean, I remember those I picked.
And we just picked up yet another party member, yet another one who is rather slow. Luckily, we didn't get any encounters with her, and as soon as we bought that robot... chainsaw, that's cute. As soon as we bought that robot, she leaves the party. And we see our dad! Why is he here with this woman and her daughter? Oh no, nobody does our mama like that. Let's go collect all the pieces of Agatas and show that we're cooler than our dad. That's how to sort out these family issues, right? So that chainsaw was a lucky drop. That actually puts us a little bit ahead on our money route. So oh nope, I am 55 gold short of being able to afford a second laser sword here, sadly. But we'll be ahead on it later on for other parts of the run. You will note that we are stacking up this robot with all this agility gear. We're up to agility 67. No strength, no mana, bottomed out defense, but we go fast and we hit hard.
Yeah, because as you explained, basically the weapons can be based off strength or agility.
Right. You have strength-based swords that do damage based on strength. You still have to have agility to hit with most of them, so it's not an ideal build for a robot. Agility stuff is based on your to hit, and there are weapons that are based off of it. There are other weapons that do particular status effects, spellbooks and stabs that do things based off your mana stat, and all sorts of guns, tanks, missiles, rockets that do fixed damage, whether single target or multi-target. We'll be using a few of those later on in the run as well.
All right, so we got 3 donations in. Max Frost donated another $5 saying, okay, I lied. I have fiber left over. And he donated towards Good Taste this time. Down says, hi, donated $20 towards Silent Hill 4, choose the blood color purple. And actually, I was seeing this and I'm like, you know what? I'll just make sure it happens. And I donated $20 myself because we got to break the record, which we just did. We're at 1875. We're over last year's totals at DreamHack Atlanta 2018. We did it first night.
Awesome.
So let's keep this going. I mean, right now, the difference is with $36, you can switch it over to Good Taste. So there you go.
Excellent. We have entered Guardian's World, where if you talk to the NPCs, they're like, I saw someone go behind a wall. If you just try to go through the beanstalk, of course, it'll block you. You don't have enough magi. Eventually, you figured out that you go to the jukebox. If you're young, you just play every song. In our case, we know to play Heroic Tune. It's a secret base for people trying to guard the world against new gods using magi for bad purposes. And it turns out our dad is the boss. So he breaks us out of prison. We take a nap. And then, of course, they get invaded because we are the unluckiest heroes ever, apparently.
He died in Wanted this time.
Oh, yeah. The Dad joins us, so this is our final little run where we may get a can't run because of him being a slowpoke. And the nice thing is that whichever new god sent in their monsters to attack this base gave them all magi. So very convenient of them. They brought it to us. If you kind of pretend that in this game that you're running as the villain, it can be a little more satisfying. It's like, nope, I'm going to go to every world. I'm going to conquer everyone. Give me all the goodies.
This music is so relaxing.
Yeah, good panic music to complement the very soothing lullaby from the inside of Key's body earlier. So, one final boss here, guarding the beanstalk in this rather small world. Boom. Again, our robot is just going to literally destroy everything with all the lightsabers we have stapled to it. It lets us know that the bad guys kidnapped Lynn. They're also under the impression that that is one of Dad's children. Luckily, you know, we were never caught in their sights back in First World. Now we're going to what is colloquially called Ninja Ambush World, but of course we can't be ambushed. We took preparations to avoid that. Wonderful big world, well designed. We're only here to do this one fight. We do find out that Lynn is not actually Dad's daughter. Her dad was a guardian. He's missing. Dad's just being a surrogate. And he decides to go kamikaze on the guy who kidnapped her. And now, Bible thump in the chat. Oh, and not only is Dad gone. His sacrifice was in vain. The ninja's still here. Well, it was still here.
Well, we got another $20 donation by Vogue magazine that says, please think of the children and bring back good taste. And good taste is at $191.99 and bad taste at $207.
Ooh, that's close.
That's very close. I'm tempted to donate myself to save myself right now. Not gonna lie. This
So
thought is
am I.
crushed. Yeah.
I mean, I'm walking at my phone right now, and I'm hesitating. 'Cause
I'll get you some Popeyes.
I would love to spare myself, but I don't want to spare anybody else.
That's the sadism that we've come to expect, those of us in this community doing the good taste, bad taste runs. It's like, if you're not suffering, what's the point? And honestly, the ooze, not that bad again. I'm of the opinion that any of these that actually have a relatively dark background with brighter sprite colors, we can deal. We can deal. It's not so bad. It can get a lot worse, and DD would love to make it so.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm watching it too.
All right, so we got girl named Captain who donated $20 and they say, expletive deleted, the script, baby.
Thank you, Captain.
And it was donated towards Good Taste. Good Taste is now officially ahead.
Oh. All right, DD. We're going back to good taste.
Yeah, let me pull up the list. All right, good taste.
Oh, damn. Girl named Captain says it was flip the script and not whatever I thought it was, but Tiltify apparently censors the word flip.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, also get your best Ojo Soma laugh out. Venus there with her. No magi in this world. We'll see about that.
All right, let's go Phantom Thieves.
Hey, Phantom Thief.
Girl named Captain, I honestly, my apologies. It's for some reason Tiltify just, leaked it out.
This is one of a few Persona 5 inspired palettes meant to evoke the heroes of that game. So nice and soothing. No more bizarre, the worst celery broccoli combo ever for you. So yeah, we're in Venus's World. First one where we see a Leon. Come here. Where we see our first really modern city. Nice megalopolis. Of course, everyone who's not beautiful enough is exiled to the outside of the walls. Sucks to be them. But I mean, look, all these modern contrivances, what's not to like? This right here is the first really common pack that you'll notice if you don't have a warning lizard in your party like we do. I swear, they may only have a 25% chance of surprising you without the warning ability, but you fill every single one of them. And now, of course, wouldn't be an RPG without a mandatory sewer level. This is it. Little sad we're not actually on the ooze right here, having that lovely green sludge to crawl through. Really, it's a metaphor for the dirty underbelly of this beautiful, pristine city. In this essay, I will. So this is one part where we do have to adjust our route on the fly a little bit because we did get that meat drop from the very first monster in the game we fought. Here we also have to deal with this hermit crab until it drops meat to turn our horse back into a dragon for the route down the road. And of course we're just going to get it first try because marathon lock, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything first try.
That's the dream. If we get first try watcher meat like I did practicing right before this, I will probably fall out of this chair. but we'll cross that when we come to it. Another one of the fun routes you can do with this game is if you take an Esper in your starting team, you can actually get the teleport ability before here, and this is where it really starts to save you time if you have teleport, because there's a lot of walking back and forth in this world and dungeons that you can just shortchange if you can just teleport out of them as soon as you've gotten the goods. 3 Magi in that room. We didn't open the bottom right chest. You may be thinking, well, wouldn't it be nice to have some loot to sell for your money route, for the things you have to buy later? No, that's just a monster in a box, and it's one you can't run from. Same thing with this next room. But another cute thing about the remake is that while here, they're both in the bottom right chest, they moved the monster in a box in one of them so that anyone really familiar with the original who plays the remake, well, your knowledge does not help you here.
This is evil.
So we got 2 more donations now.
Oh.
Couch23 donated 20 bucks, and they say, this is for Invenerable's choice. Let's hope he makes the right choice. Now, the thing is, the system, Tiltify does not, sorry about that, Tiltify does not allow, does not let us modify the selected incentives after the fact. So just for further reference, runner's choice is not something we can support right now, unfortunately. But what I can say, though, is Kramer's donated also $20, and they say, good luck to all the runners, and long live NoReset. And I have bad taste. So they donated $20. Now, where does that put us? I do believe that, and yes, it is confirmed, bad taste is ahead once again.
Oh, bad taste is in the lead. Is it okay if we use Couches 20 to give DD another palette swap token on top of that?
Yeah, the palette swap token's fine. Yeah,
all right.
That we can work with.
All right, DD, we get a bad taste, and you get a freebie whenever you want to change it.
All right, so all the rave first.
All the rave. All right.
Oh boy.
This is one of the ones that reminds me of Moonside a bit. Just a little bit.
This is still not as bad as Neon Plague.
Yeah, Neon Plague was bad, but still not the worst. Not the worst. By my judgment.
Oh, I'm gonna find the worst.
Although I just want to mention a special host from Loto Quebec who's hosting our stream right now back home. So thank you for that. Probably Patrick. So salut Pat. Merci.
Merci.
Oh, so the developers of Final Fantasy Legend 2 were so generous, they thought, you know what everyone loves? Everyone loves volcano levels so much, so why stop at 1? Let's do 2. You get an undersea volcano and a jungle volcano.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. Do you know how many water levels there are in Mario games?
No arguments
well,
there.
This is water.
Yeah, this is the weirdest lava. It's super hot lava. You know how like the hottest stars are like a blue-white color? This is just, it's so incredibly hot. You will note that we do have a little shadow following us here periodically. We'll freeze in place, and Leon is telling us for some reason, probably to... We did learn that his true love, Flora, has been ordered to marry Nils, handsome devil, back in the town. Of course, word somehow makes its way out of the castle to Leon, so he wants to save her. And so he interrupts us on pretty much every floor of this volcano. He still does this in the 3D remake, except he gets an entire little camera shift cutscene for every time as well. Didn't cut any of them out, so you get to enjoy a good, like, full minute of seeing him run upstairs, run back downstairs, run upstairs, and you're just like, please, I just want to dodge this encounter.
Well, I'm just going to say this. I think we have a liar in our midst right now.
Oh?
A big, fat liar right now. Because MacFrost donated $25, and they say there's bad taste, then there's pain. Be gone. And they donated towards good taste, so we're going back to good taste.
All right, back to good taste.
I'm just calling him out on him saying, oh, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's the second or third time.
Oh.
But I kid. Thank you, Max, and everyone else who donated. This is actually pretty fun. I'm having a good time.
All right, so Rusty Rose.
Rusty Rose. Alrighty, there we go. This looks a little more volcano-esque, I dare say.
And actually, you know what? Since Couch23 donated towards Runner's Choice, I have a freebie, and I'm gonna let you pick good or bad choice when the times come.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm picking the one.
By the way, I just want to say I stand corrected. MacFrost said, I said I was done donating to bad taste.
Oh.
There we go.
Touche, touche.
That's That's French for touch, by the way.
So we broke 2,000.
We broke 2,000 on day one.
Heck yeah.
Honestly, I'm actually starting to believe we can beat Dallas, which was our like I said, our stateside record for any DreamHack in the United States was 3,000 last June in Dallas. So I believe.
Well,
Let's make it to 3K and just break everything. Let's do it.
You're talking about stateside record. I know you have to convert from from Canadian dollars, but what's your record for up at Montreal? Or if
Montreal
6.2?
No, 6.5 actually, I think.
Oh yeah.
But that's like $15 American.
Yeah.
You know, like, but
Basically, you get gas in a lunch.
yeah, pretty much. And like, one of those gas station sandwiches that are stale and been sitting on the counter for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, when I said gas in a lunch, it's at the same place.
There you go. So, but yeah, it was 6,500 Canadian, which would roughly translate to 4. Let me ask Google.
Leon, of course, in spite of our almighty murder bot, manages to jump us, push us out of the way, still a Magi of power. He's going to have great luck with that. Let's see if we can beat him back to Venus's Metropolis and keep him from making poor life choices.
So our absolute record would be 4,900 US, converted from our best event in Canada as well.
And we're on a pace to beat that.
Yeah, we honestly are.
And there's been another 25, or am I wrong?
I just want to say you're wrong by default, but then again, you're right. So
Okay, thanks.
so we got a $20 donation by Marth SR, who says, this donation goes towards the DD fix the PayPal checkout function, even though you can't do anything about it. Fun.
Thanks, Mart.
And then there's Izan Tayama, who donated $25, and they say, donated for bad taste because yeehaw.
All right.
So, no, good taste is still in the lead, though.
Ooh, coming close.
All right, so we're waiting.
Yeah, I'm saving mine for a bad taste token for sure. Anyway, favorite song in the game, by the way, right here, Burning Blood. Great song. So we're here for the wedding. Leon comes in and crashes the wedding. Flora carves her face up to give her a scar to where she has to be kicked out, but Venus is even more angry about that. And we're like, we've had enough of this. Let's just end this charade. We're here for the Magi. Stick them up. We're here to foment revolution. If Venus wants to, she can also just double flame and wipe our team. If not, it'll take us just a few lightsabers to knock her down. 3 to 4. Luckily, she is using attacks that we're mostly immune to. She has Charm. She has some insta-death attacks that just our robots, they just shrug them off. She's trying to be charming, but clearly we are not falling for it. It's gonna be a 3-hit or a 4-hit. Hey, it's a 3-hit. You love to see it. So the first real speed bump of the game for people doing casual playthroughs is frequently her. A lot of people get hung up there. Of course, on the speedrun, we have our super fast murder bot. What's not to like? And here, Flora lets Nils know, oh, hey, by the way, there's someone who has a crush on you, you handsome devil. And everyone lives happily ever after, and our team is filled with motivation from seeing just how cute it is. I suppose I will use my little swap token on a good taste one. Sure. Because I know this is Scala's favorite. And since she put all the effort into it, we'll go with that. It is fresh cut flowers. Lovely little floral arrangement. And also, if you want to play a little fun little game we do in the chat, we are coming up to Dragon Race World. This is where we have to do either... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say, I just realized Izan Tayama donated $25 to Bad Taste, but they didn't select the incentive. Now, I just want to stress, it's very important when you donate, you need to select the incentive. There's a button to select the poll and select the option. You have to do that before you check out on PayPal, otherwise it's not going to be registered. And we don't have a way to actually track this and actually correct it after the fact.
Oh,
That's
no.
why Good Taste is still in advance, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would have done the swap.
I know. So I'm just doing this little public service announcement to let you know. make sure you have selected an incentive in order to donate towards it. Milestones, it's just the overall amount that unlocks incentives. But when it's a bid war, you need to select the actual bid war.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so we do have the most obnoxious meat grind in the game here. We have to get a particular meat from the final fight here. We only take the fight if it's 1 or 2 of the pack. It can go up to 4 watchers, and if it's 3 or 4, it's going to just murder our team by the time we can beat them. And if it's 1 or 2, which we have to take, there's a chance we don't get our meat drop. In practice, I got it first try. Usually I've been getting about 15. I believe my buddy Paul has the negative world record here with it taking 33 or 34 tries. We don't want to see that, but you can get your guesses out in chat and enjoy our suffering if it does take us quite a bit of legwork here.
But I mean, think about it, 34 tries. We could go through the entire color palette by the time you're done.
Also true. Lucky here, we only had 1 Lamia. You can actually fight up to, let's gamble a little bit here. We can theoretically get an unexpected attack right here before we get up to the Watchers. But we did have a save right before the Lamia fight in case it was a batch of 4, so let's just roll with it. And of course, boom, we actually got an unexpected attack. That's what we get for getting a little cocky. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm not stressed. I mean...
And here we go, Watcher Grind. We're looking for 1 or 2 eyeballs, and we have... No, thank you. All right, attempt number 2. 3, nope, still not gonna do that. Again, it's just way too likely that our baby dragon gets dunked on here. That is the correct number of Watchers. You wanna give me meat here on the 3rd fight? Nope. 4th attempt. 2 is manageable. Again, as long as they don't kill our 2nd monster, that's fine. Then we will lightsaber this one down, and let's see. Meat, please. Nope. I believe this is attempt number 5.
It is.
All right, attempt number 6. If we set my personal best for amount of attempts to get eyeball meat, I will be I may cry a little bit. We did get a lovely sleep proc though, which means that we're not gonna have to worry about our dragon getting hit. And you wanna give me meat here? Hey, that's not shabby.
I have some news.
Oh?
Some bad taste news.
Hey, I like it.
Izan Tayama donated $15 and they say, selected this time. And they did select Bad Taste. So that being said, Bad Taste is ahead by not much, about $5, 6. But it's happening. We're switching to Bad Taste again.
All right, DD, what are we going with?
Okay, so just the name gives me a headache. So I'm gonna go with Disco Lemonade.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
Oh yeah, I knew I would find it.
That's a big oof.
That is my...
Oh my god.
Oh boy. All right, so you guys know what to do now. My job is done.
You do still have a change token here, DD.
I know, but I'm not using it.
That is a very good Bad Taste choice.
I mean,
oh my god.
If anything, I'm gonna use my token to go back to this.
By the way, very good luck. We did get Watcher Meat on that was either the 6th or 7th try. That's better than in all my practice runs all week, except for the one over in the practice area. So, run's going great, in spite of what you're seeing here on the screen.
I gotta say, I'm proud of myself right now.
You should be. Well played.
Do you guys know what this actually reminds me of? Do you know Jelly Bellies, like the jelly beans?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how they have this game called Bean Boozled, and you flip, like you turn a wheel and you get like a color that you pick, right? And it's like the white one, it's either coconut or rotten eggs. This is exactly that in video game form.
Nice. So we are now in Edo World, based upon feudal Japan, and of course, we plinked that. Let's not plink that. Being set here, Well, pardon me. Having... Oh, we went right back. It's so hard to read on this palette. Okay. We want one cat claw. There we go. On about our business. No more reading for a bit. Accordingly, with early 90s Nintendo of America censorship, there is a contraband in play here, heavily implied to be drugs, probably opium, kind of opium wars, kind of historical reference here. And they changed that to bananas. So,
Oh boy.
bananas, outlawed, not allowed. And this actually reminds me of kind of a vaguely unripe banana. So, kind of appropriate.
Then again, in some states, it's illegal to have ice cream in your back pocket.
As
So-
well it should be.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. I'm not arguing the fact, but it's just, you know, to pass it into law? Like,
I know. So Hana interrupts the Hatamotos who ambushed us on the bridge. She's like, hey, that's not polite. And she's a detective. She's trying to get to the bottom of Echigoya's banana smuggling. Her dad was a detective who also was investigating this and ended up missing or deceased. So we're just going to go about with our godlike powers and threaten people until we learn what we want.
well, I think Zombie Punk actually nailed it when he said that this is basically vomit, but negative colors.
That's true. If you have a negative filter that you can put on your screen right now, this would probably look pretty natural.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that?
Oh,
Oh, I forgot the camera. Hold on, I'll fix my
Okay,
mistake. I'm sorry.
I mean, completely unrelated, but I'm just gonna watch the chat for the next few minutes.
DD can dish it out but can't take it.
There we go.
Oh, that background. Okay. So we are on the banana boat. The ship is Bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I'm going to write an entire parody of Hollow Batgirl all about this world of Final Fantasy Legend 2, and none of you can stop me.
Well, you know what is going to get stopped, though?
What's that?
Oh,
This
come
abomination
on.
right there.
Oh.
Because Milliope donated $20 and she says, please, my eyes are bleeding. Didi, save us. Towards good taste, which is now ahead, so
All right,
please
all right.
deliver us from our misery.
Which is the least appealing good taste?
At the same time, I kind of want to keep that palette, but also it's weird.
we have to switch.
I hate it, but I can't look away.
I mean, I still got a free token, so I'm waiting until he says there's 5 minutes left. So I'm going ice cherries.
Ice Cherries. This is one of the relatively new ones, and it's one that a whole bunch of our friends who've taken up this game got their first sub 1 hour 50-minute runs on and set some PBs when we were doing a friendly race the other week. So this is a new favorite for a lot of people. And it makes me want dessert for some reason. You know, it's called Ice Cherries, but it actually reminds me, forgive me for eating the plums that were in the icebox. They were so delicious. Anyway, we do find the boat full of bananas, which are highly contraband here. Gonna go top of the Dodge, get Echigoya put away.
Oh,
Our
well,
work here is done.
the chat seems pleased that we're done with Disco Lemonade. So, yeah, I'm gonna use my free token later.
All right, chat, you know what that means? That means that as soon as DD pulls the Disco Lemonade card, y'all gotta be ready either to rotate it to another bad
Oh, yeah.
taste or flip it back to good taste. Only you can conquer DD on this one.
And you better be ready fast, because there's not gonna be much time left when I use it.
Oh, okay, so you're going to try to lock it for the last section of the game.
Oh, you bet I
know
will.
what. Okay, so here's the thing. When he gets to the final section of the game, Invenerable is going to actually call a lock on the color palette so he can focus on actually finishing the game. Let's not have Disco Lemonade for that segment. Let's not. Let's just not. Let's not do this to ourselves.
Right.
We need to be good to one another.
So quick little story beat here. The judge sent the officers to the ship, and they were like, no bananas here. What are y'all talking about? And we get chewed out. It's like, hey, mind your business. and then Kami, our little turtle friend, not of the Teenage Mutant Ninja variety apparently, sneaks into Echigoya's, gets caught, gets beaten up. They even call the local Popo on him, and he runs back, all beaten and wounded, and we hide him. Giant turtle hiding under the bed. Not noticeable. And we're like, you know what? It worked out so well for him. Let's go sneak in ourselves. Ooh, nearly forgot one thing on the menu. Let's fix that right quick.
Okay.
There we go. Much better.
By the way, I just want to say I'm having more fun with that than I expected. I told you should never give me that much power.
I'm enjoying it, and I think you're having a pretty great time of it too.
Well, DD's alignment is clearly chaotic neutral. I'm just going to say that.
We eavesdrop here. We learn it is the Shogun himself who is behind the scenes. Keeping the police quiet. Echigoya is doing the smuggling. They need a lot of money to gather Magi. And we can't stand this evil. So we break in. Turns out our robots double as actual stereo systems. The music that you hear in this game is apparently pumping out of your robot the entire time. It is fully diegetic, believe it or not.
Okay, so if you don't pick the robot, the game is silent.
Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but right there, this part, the music came in with us because they're like, what's that sound? It's the heroes. And of course, he tries to be like, not me, I'm just following orders. We find out that Taro, the local school teacher, is secretly a guardian. And he's like, oh, you want to go beat up someone who's abusing Magi? All right, we are on board. Let's get our Guardians theme going. Here we go. Let's go beat some things up. Ooh, that background bass here at DreamHack is making my ears vibrate. That is...
We got it. Okay. Oh.
You sound so excited.
Oh, so I'm sure I am. All right, tell me.
Okay, so... All right, we're good. We got a $10 donation by DDG who says, "Mwahaha," but it's not enough, so not that fast.
Okay, I'm just gonna point out that it's not me.
Yeah, right.
You got an imposter.
Yeah. I mean, I get why somebody would want to be me. But
You
it's
have all
not.
that power. So another fun bit about the programming of this game, that little mini boss there that we fought guarding the front doors, they recycled that monster pack, but they didn't get rid of its can't run flag. So this is actually one of the first places in the game where when we get onto the upper floors of the Edo Castle here, if you just reflexively run away, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to give all the enemies a free round of attacks on you. So always pay close attention once you get up to the fourth floor of the Shogun's Palace. Another very stylistic dungeon. I do like this because each floor you can kind of tell like the different parts of what would be like the audience chamber, you know, the study, you know. It's a lot more interesting of a dungeon design than, say, Asura's Tower back early in the game.
Yeah.
Getting a lovely little hero walk here. Would kind of rather have it on the upper floors when we get to the point where that unrunnable is, but, you know, always nice to take a break from just running incessantly. And plus we're getting to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful good taste palette.
Yeah, well, you can.
This was actually, when I was learning the run of this game, this is the one place that I kept getting confused on which doors to go in. And it turns out it's just left, right, left, right.
And I know you mentioned about the Mystic Quest sprites. On the overworld, most of them looks like Mystic Quest. The barrels are the same, the brown box are the same, even the tables are the same.
Oh, yeah.
You know what ain't the same, though?
The color palette?
The color palette, because Kramer's donated 20 bucks and he says, now that my eyes are burned, I can't see. Disco Lemonade, please.
Nah, I'm keeping it for later. but thank you, Kramers. So let's go with middle school diary.
Middle school diary. All right, let me pick up this sword right quick.
Did you say diary or diary like something else?
Middle school diary, like a journal.
Okay, okay.
Could have been worse.
We've gotten 2 encounters with, this is that exact pack that we fought at the entrance of the castle. The one unrunnable mob up here, and we've run into it twice. You hate to see it. But, you know, our team is ridiculously overpowered. We have strong monsters. We have great gear on the rest of our team. There's nothing to worry about here. It's just a little annoying. This is our penance for having gotten Watcher meat so early. You know, why not? Let's see what we get. Oh, we got an anaconda. We got a chunky snake. All right.
Yeah.
Pulling that a little closer.
Yeah, the main stage is going all out.
Anyway, Chunky Anaconda is our new hero. He's so jaunty. Look at him slither around. I've never gotten this monster before. I have no idea what its abilities are, and that's one reason I like doing the 2 monster route. It's full of surprises. Hey, sounds good. And this is our 3rd encounter with the Can't Run pack. All this beautiful luck to undo the good luck we had earlier. But you know, we endure. Nothing, no reason fighting RNG. Oh, our Anaconda is now a poison flower. Let's not forget that, though. It's always easy to forget your loot right when you get an encounter on the square preceding it, but we're good. Hey, this Shogun guy is a lot smaller than every other boss we fought in one of these worlds. We only got 1 gold? Oh, okay. Everyone has daddy issues this game. Hello, Magnet. You can tell he's the real bad guy because he's more than 1 tile in size. Not you. You get that upgrade. You get that upgrade. And here we go. This is another fight that is pretty easy to have to take a reset in. If Magnet decides to do double tornado, well, you're taking the reset. But as long as he just tries to use his wimpy katana, we are fine. And I do like how wicked his face looks on this. Good. This bad taste actually works pretty well with this particular boss.
Well, of course it does.
Hey, so we got another donation, you guys,
Oh,
by the real DDG, who donated $20, and they say, "Cause I'm real DD, yes, I'm the real DD. All you other Slim DDs are just imitating. So won't the real Slim DD please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up."
You want to bet I know who donated that?
Who would that be?
No idea, but I'm pretty sure he's talking on the mic right now.
Hey, I'm just a messenger, man. I read the donations.
Yeah.
does that put Good Taste back in the lead, or was that still...
Good Taste is indeed back in the lead.
All right, DD, what's next?
River in the Desert.
Hey, another one of those Persona 4 inspired names, if not necessarily in palette. Nice, easy on the eyes for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah.
For a little bit. So we are now in Nasty World, home of Nasty Dungeon, the rudest design place in the game, and it's going to take us a while to get... Nope, we're done. Amazing loot in there, tons of twisting and turning passages, and we don't care about any of it. We get that one Magi, and we go. It's really fun, though. That fairy there warns you. This dungeon's really nasty. Better not go in. And then if you make your way through all its floors, the hugest dungeon in the game, and you get to her at the end, she's like, see, wasn't it bad? And you go, no, it wasn't that bad. She teleports you to the midway point, and you either have to work your way back out towards her or back to the beginning. So don't stand up to sassy fairies. They know what they're talking about. So first time we're hearing this song on this run because, of course, we've not wiped. In a vanilla playthrough, you will undoubtedly wipe a whole bunch. And when you do, you get sent here to Valhalla, where the Allfather Odin says, hey, if you want to keep fighting, I'll revive you. You can go back to the battle. You have to promise to fight me someday, though. And basically, every time you die, you can talk to him. He reses you. Really, no way to really lose the game. Even if you haven't saved recently, he'll send you back. If it's an unbeatable fight, maybe you get soft locked and have to reset. But we don't bother with that because talking to him takes a bunch of time. And then when we actually encounter him here, talking to him takes a bunch of time. For us, it's basically, oh, you're more than one tile in size. You're evil. I'm fighting you. Give me your Magi. I do love the monster designs in this game as well, like those sharks that clearly like, I don't know why I'm here, or just the really confused fish used for a few different enemies in general, especially the one that pops up in the volcano is like, I don't know why I'm in a volcano, please let me go. There's also Anxiety Worm, who we might run into an Anxiety Worm here. Anxiety Worm has this little grimace like, I didn't want to be here today, they called me in, I was supposed to be on vacation. Player book, not for us, of course. No one on this team. Robots don't game mana, and monsters can't read. But we got to pick it up anyway. Almost there. One more floor to the next boss fight. I hope chat is enjoying the rest for their retinas.
I mean, at this point, they might even be enjoying the music from the main stage.
Yeah, they got that cranked up.
Well, I mean, this is a big convention, so this is to expect.
Oh, yeah, no. When I walked through the gates here, I was like, it was a little bit discombobulating.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Odin. No need to talk to him. We came to slay, not to mince words. Fingers crossed that we don't get a certain glitch here in this version of the game. If that Sleipnir there drops its meat, we weep a little bit. Normally getting meat is a good thing, but in our case, it means that we get about 300 gold instead of 35,000 gold. And it really hurts our money route. We have to go out of our way to do a little bonus loot.
Okay.
And could you use something other than the Gungnir Spear, please?
Nope.
Either way, Odin can, of course, decide to be a jerk and just stabbity stab, stab, stab. If he does, no big issue. That's why we save before him. Ideally, he uses his spells, Blizzard and Lightning, because once he gets those going, if we had our Aegis up, well, he wouldn't be able to hit us anyway. That was the wrong attack on my part. Doesn't matter. It looks like he's just going to stabby stab, stab, stab again, and we maybe take another... Oh, we didn't get our Gungnir up. Okay. Whoops, not our Gungnir, our Aegis. That's on me. One more time.
I mean, I get the Odin and the ores, but since when Odin got a Chocobo? I mean, I would pay to see Odin coming all glorious on a Chocobo. Zantetsuken.
Yeah, I do like how they tried to make it rather canonical with the mythology. You know, we have one Sleipnir, we have two Odin Crows, you know, Hunin and Munin. And, yeah, not so bad. And he did finally remember, well, he remembered for a moment how to cast spells. Please go back to casting spells. We like it when you cast spells. That's highly preferred. That's not a spell, Odin. All right, good.
All right.
And we got full money. That's great news. It means the final two bosses are going to get utterly destroyed. It's going to be really, really fun. Another fun thing is that once you beat him, your Pegasus Magi will warp you not to the front door, but to the back door of Valhalla. So we don't have to walk down like a dozen flights of stairs. We just warp, and we're on our merry way.
just want to point out, there's somebody in the chat saying in Lightning Returns, Odin is a chocobo. Yeah, and in Faces of Evil, Zelda fights. So you don't talk about Lightning Returns.
All right. And we are now entering, by the way, you'll note we have 76 Magi. If I were to menu, you would see that. We know there's only one left to go, and oh, I think we know who has it. And we're in the final world. There's this suspicious-looking beanstalk. Save. Oh my gosh. And there's his team again. Who could have expected this? Apollo's here. You say in your Magi or your life. But we are not scared of him. We land the Stone Gaze? Nope. Yeah, they forgot to give petrification immunity to a few bosses in this game. We can definitely take advantage of that if it lands, and we're not having that luck right now. But, you know, we have murder bots who can do things the old-fashioned way as necessary. One is a literal tank, the other one is faster than your speediest ninjas. There we go. Oh, but of course he's not fighting fair. He has all our friends. He's holding them hostage. He takes all the Magi. The things we do for heroism. It's all over now. Game over. Bad end. Wait, who's shouting? Oh, of course he's not dead. How many times are you going to run out on us, Dad? So here he tells us that it's actually 78 Magi. They've been spreading the false rumor that it's 77. And so we're on our way to Final Dungeon. Air quote, Final Dungeon.
Well, isn't that the name?
That is the name of Final Dungeon. And it is not the Final Dungeon. I will say that we are probably in the last 5 minutes of the bid war. So if you
really?
Yeah, if you want to get it locked in on either good taste or bad taste, you better get them in soon. Once we get up that pillar and start the Apollo fight, we will be done. It will be closed. That's your last chance.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where the bid war is standing.
So we have this dungeon and a boss fight, and then we have one more little outfitting jaunt over to the shops, and then it's the final gauntlet, Apollo and all that follows.
All right, so you can pause right there.
Oh?
We're going back to Disco Lemonade.
Already? Okay.
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, I'm gonna give people some time.
All right, well, we are back to Bad Taste, Disco Lemonade.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm going to donate 20 bucks toward Bad Taste. So if you want to switch back to Good Taste, you know what to do.
It's beautiful. I
It
can
is.
see forever. You know, we used to, whenever we had a really bad taste palette, we would say blame Scala, but I think now it's going to hashtag blame PD.
Oh, this one's on me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Yeah, this is painful. I could almost feel bad for you right now.
You know, it's fun. It's fun. You get used to it. You know, I've been around the block.
You
I've
do?
seen a thing or two. Okay, you don't really get used to it. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to not give you the satisfaction.
Yeah, because I mean, I can look away, you can't.
All right, new plan for the next year. Learn this game blindfolded.
And also watch this game blindfolded. Watch the run blindfolded.
I mean, the funny thing is that we could literally then just set every color to the exact same color.
Yeah.
And then you don't even have to blindfold. The entire thing is just...
I mean, that lime green would be a great color. You know, I could feel bad, but for some reason I don't.
It's not so bad.
I mean, Bad Taste is ahead by 23 bucks.
That's not a lot. I mean, one little donation
Yeah.
Gets it back into good taste.
So
for the
you
final
could
run.
change it. You got like what, 2-3 minutes left?
Yeah, play about 3 from here.
And I swear I'm not gonna match it afterward.
Or even if you do want bad taste, but you just don't want this bad taste, you can also,
Yeah, 25 bucks and we switch.
yeah.
So 25 bucks either way and you're free. I feel like I'm bullying people out of donations right now.
I mean, that's why we like good taste, bad taste. Pay to stop the pain.
Oh, that... I think I read Excalibur.
Yes. Well, kinda. It looks more like Excalibur. It's the sword that teaches your robot how to wrestle. This is the weapon that we wait for with the Strength Bot. Because, again, Strength Bot has no agility, so Strength Bot's not going to hit anything. But the Excalibur has the trait that
All right.
misses.
Gentlemen,
Ooh.
so Max Frost donated $23.01 and says, please stop, it burns, towards Good Taste, which is now in the lead. So please, please, please change it.
All right, what good taste palette are we going with, DD?
Sorry, I'm getting the list back.
All right.
For some reason, it closed.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Good Taste, we're going with...
And Baka Shinobi donated $25 towards Good Taste as well, and they say, save the frames? No, save our eyes. Good taste, good taste.
All right, I want Fire in the Sky.
Hey, that's a nice one.
I legit think I'm going to name this incentive next time, Save or Kill the Eyes.
All right.
Hey, this looked like Warmech.
Well, you're very close. You're very close.
That's a nice palette. I like it.
And Dad, you know, with his lovely, actual, meaningful mana stat, gets the Flare book for us. And these boots we've been holding for a long time. Quick save. And we're not fighting Warmech. We're fighting...
By the way, I missed a donation towards Bad Taste 777 by Scala Kitty, who says, go Inven, you got this on lock, friendo. But you know that I got to play Devil's Advocate now and again. And I swear to God, Tiltify actually censored Devil.
Wow, this was straight up Warmech.
Yeah, it was Warmach, with the 2 on the side. Clear homage to the Final Fantasy I Super Boss. But they didn't give this one protection from petrification, break, stone, whatever you want to call it. So we turn it into a lovely statue of a Warmech, and we go on our merry way.
Okay.
Very anticlimactic, I admit.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? If we get another $25 donation before the incentive is up, I'm letting you choose the color palette.
Ooh. All right, well, we are in our final little bit of shopping here, and I overlooted a little bit, but it's going to be real fun. We're going to be way too strong. Yeah, let's go with... Okay, that'll be good. Dragon Swords for Murderbot 1. Boop. Yeah, that's looking hardy. Laser guns. Friggin' laser beams on our robot. Just slap them to it. For overpowering agility.
So,
We give our eyeball a heart, because that makes sense.
so I'm guessing you cannot go over 999 in this one.
I believe stats go up to 255, but it only displays up to 99. So although that says 99, both our robots are far, far, far mightier than it looks.
I was talking about the hit points, actually.
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't know if they actually go past it either. Just because I've never had, well, at least since I've been speedrunning the game, never stacked enough equips to break the 999 barrier. Maybe possible, though. Anyway, our next fight is Apollo. As soon as I save before that fight, we will, it'll be locked in. No more donations towards that bid war, please. And whether it's good taste or bad taste, we will do one final swap for the final gauntlet of Final Fantasy Legend 2.
So, yeah, as I said, either I'm gonna choose, or if we get another $25, you're choosing.
Sounds good.
So only a few seconds left.
Exactly. There are no fights in here. We're gonna walk up to the boss. We're gonna take a save, and we're gonna hurt him. We're gonna hurt him very, very badly.
When you tell me that it's cut off, I'm going to disable the...
Oh yeah, cut it off. Cut it off. You're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Cut it off?
Yeah, go ahead. Cut it.
And it's over. The incentive should no longer be available on Tiltify.
Hey, excellent.
So
On the flip side, though, we're activating Save the Animals for Super Metroid tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So there we go.
So in the end, which one out? Good taste or bad taste?
Looking into it right now.
All right.
last time I checked, Good Taste was ahead by like
But I do
34
believe
cents.
it was Good Taste, yes.
Oh, I'm a little sad, but I'm happy for the viewers at least. We'll pick out a palette after we get done with this fight. So
Good Taste was ahead. People stacked Good Taste pretty good.
Gotcha. So Apollo here, in his little pre-transformation phase, he's used all the Magi. We can't hurt him except for things that do a set damage or ignore shields, and we've loaded up on those. We have Flare, we have the Excalibur, we have Laser Beams. So he's not going to stand much of a chance against us. On some routes, he is hit or miss. You hope to have good luck fighting him. We don't need luck. We are overpowered as all heck.
Scalikity saying, wow, winning on Good Taste for once. I feel like I'm part responsible for that.
I mean, choosing that Disco Lemonade so many times, I think just motivated people. They did
come
not
on.
want to. They did not want to finish with that.
I only picked it twice.
Disco Lemonade for sure left an impression on us. on our retinas, most specifically.
I mean, when I'm gonna close my eyes tonight, I'm gonna see all those colors.
Apollo's already done. He's going to hit us with Flare. Next turn he explodes, but as long as Dad's alive, we're fine. We're fine. This is actually kind of a fun little part of Ludo narrative. We run there just to speed up the fight. But
Okay.
our Dad covers us from the explosion. Dad fell right on.
I gotta say, this was quite disturbing for a GB Game Boy sprite.
Yeah, I mean, I just love the narrative dissonance there between the battles. Like, yes, your dad fell. Yay! Like, anyway, we're having an argument with him about whether or not to bring the goddess to life. She's actually a tech support goddess. She saves our dad, and she's like, hey, let's go fix the world. You're coming with me. Tech support sometimes needs an escort. And that means I'm going to decide on our final Good Taste palette. Let's take a look here. And enjoy burning blood. Well, it sucks.
Well, I was gonna say we could finish au naturel.
On what?
Au naturel.
Oh, yeah. Very pleasant, very classic Game Boy-esque with a little more distinction in it, but it's a good one. Take you back to your roots. From this point forward, it is impossible to run from any fight, so we have to judiciously manage Isis's Flare spell, our other abilities, whatever tents and elixirs we were able to purchase in Final Town, and also this is where we work on powering up our other monster. We have a T-Rex now. I'm not sure that's one that I want to keep. I have a little cheat sheet that I have on my phone that I'll be... we don't need to use Flare, this is just one thing.
Since I'm not sure how much time there's left, I just want to point out that if the run goes over estimate, the incentive and the bid war was not accounted for in the estimate, right?
Oh yeah, but we're making great time here. We got
All right.
great luck with the Watchers earlier. I don't think we're going to have any problem getting estimate. And all my practices I did this week, also, even while doing palette swapping every 5 minutes, made it under estimate. So as long as Arsenal and these two mini-boss fights aren't absolutely horrendous, we're golden. We're in great shape. Because it's only one group here, I'm purposely rationing my flares, using my samurai bow and my beam attack instead. It takes down a single mob just as easily. And we're going to keep eating and eating and eating until we get a really exciting monster. We get to see some of the cute palettes as we go down here because I do have a monster in the lead. We have our little hoppy froggy friend here. I think we have so many goodies because of how ahead we were on our money route. then let's just go back to Flare. I don't think we're going to have any problem with having enough juice in the tank to get through this final gauntlet. But I would really like to get some better meat drops. Our little front monster, this is not a terrible form for the long run, but we can do oh so much better. 2 flares left, gotta keep that in mind. When you're on these escalators, it is sometimes tricky to get into your menu before you are automatically pushed a step. And if you get in a rude encounter right after you've run out, you can have a bad time. We got a wormy friend. Walk without rhythm.
So only 1 flare left.
Yeah, so after next fight, we'll be hammering our menu button to make sure we get back in. And,
oh, this name rings a bell.
oh yeah, Scylla and Charybdis.
Is the next Kitty?
I see what you did there. No, Scylla does give a pretty OP monster, but I think I'm gonna keep rolling the dice here. Our 2 robots are so strong, and our, ooh, let us not forget, our 2 robots are so strong, and our other monster is going to be really strong as well. There's not a lot to worry about. We don't need to settle. We can go with the high roll and hope for the best. It is pretty satisfying at this point, instead of running from everything, just utterly blast it all into tiny little pebbles. Hey, it's our first fight. We save here because if this is a match of 3 or 4, it will just tornado us a whole bunch and whoop us. So, another one of those places where we do not want to fight more than 2. 1 is pretty much ideal. Flip that to Catclaw for single target damage. If Isis wants to take a turn here, we might actually get it killed before even... Yeah, does not even attack us. Guaranteed meat drop. Our Watcher is now Madam Butterfly. That'll be the form that monster keeps for the rest of the run. So 1 more mini-boss left, and then just the final boss. Not too far out now. I would like more meat, though, game. Hey, thank you. Moaner, no, that one's no good at all. Although we are a cute, jaunty, walking sword, it's a really great monster design, but it just doesn't become anything good for us at the end. Became the lesser butterfly compared to our Madam Butterfly, but I want more. I want more.
You're greedy.
I'm being very greedy, but again, it's because of how everything else worked out so well for the rest of the team that we can let it ride. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop a tent here. We have so many, we're not worried about running out of those in elixirs. Or elixirs, as they call them in, as they translated them here. Sleipnir is one of those annoying high HP enemies that Isis doesn't always get the kill with Flare. Hey, we finally ran into Anxious Worm. I love that little, that wasn't supposed to be here.
These are weird. I mean, usually Saint Worms look menacing.
Spectre, also no good. I think we got so greedy that we've looped through all the good monsters, and now the game's like, nope. Although we're getting to see the entire variety, though, which you know. Oh, God, that kick. So one of the side effects here of having your robot being so incredibly fast is that it can... The turn order is based by rolling a random number and adding it to your agility.
Yeah.
But it's so high that it can reverse underflow, or it can overflow, and you end up going last in the turn order instead of first, no matter how speedy you thought you were. Anyway, no big deal then. Yeah, more meat. D-Turtle, nope. I feel that we're stuck in like a bad little ring of monster forms that are just no good.
It's kind of cool that they programmed the different overworld sprite for every kind of monster.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, every single one of these monster forms you see, there are a few that you can't become, like the virus-looking things you can't become, but everything else
Great
is
D.
on the menu.
By the way, I just want to point out that we're $10, less than $10 away from 2,200.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah. And it's thanks to all of you who donated. Invenerable with this amazingly entertaining run. Dom on the couch, everyone, thank you so much. Let's keep it up.
And I'm just gonna throw it out there, but we're $32 away from the 2222.
That double tornado. The one problem with fighting two Fenrirs is that if they double tornado, they kill the monster that needs to eat the meat. This is only one, though, so we are in no danger. It can't possibly kill our front monsters, so om nom nom. We're gonna get something out of this. Not the dream, but we'll see if we can't get some lucky drops on the final four. Hey, you know, we already have Isis, now we have Anubis. Just a full team of Egyptian deities here.
Yeah.
I think we'll just accept it. It's kind of thematic to have, you know, two Egyptian deities on the team, so we won't worry about feeding more meat to, we didn't get the dream. My favorite monster to get is Slime God. I mean, just because it's the god of slimes. It's ridiculously overpowered during this final leg of the jaunt. It can even get you a surprise attack on the final boss. Whatever. We're fine.
This is kind of weird that the best monster you can get is a slime.
I know, right? It's the complete opposite of, you know, your Dragon Quest series where, you know, the very first thing you fight, it grew up, it got angry.
Yeah.
It's here to do tech support.
All this good meat wasted.
Hey, look, that monster's very full. He's eaten like a dozen meat in the last, you know, few minutes. You know, it was delicious, but it's time for dessert.
Well, at least he did not eat disco-lemonade meat.
Yeah, by the way, guys, I couldn't let this one slip by. I kind of had to, you know, make this happen.
I saw that.
And also, I thought it would be a good way to kick off Save or Kill the Animals, which, you know, I'm on the save side of things. Not the frames, I'm saving the animals. So there you go, there you have it. It's on!
Oh my god.
Incidentally, we've got pretty atrocious encounter luck down here. This is definitely above average number of fights on the final floor, but we're nearly to that final boss. And again, with how strong our team is, we should be fine on the estimate. So fingers crossed that Arsenal can always troll you. It can always decide to launch its super-powered final attack twice in a row and wipe your entire team with high rolls. So bless RNG in the chat. Arsenal cooperates. We do a ton of damage,
Come on,
and
guys.
we get out of here.
You're the guy. Bless RNG on the chat. If he dies, it's your fault. Also, I'm guessing you put your money towards Save the Animals? And if so, how much will it cost me?
The what?
How much will it cost me to kill the animals at this point?
So far, 31.37.
Ah, not too bad.
But then keep in mind, you kill the god number, which is gonna have to happen at some point. But
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wait until somebody else donates, and then I'm gonna fight you.
okay. Well, it's not gonna be much of a fight because honestly, this run tapped me out for the weekend.
So we're in the second phase of the fight now. It's attacking us with the Smasher. This is the kind of easy part where you try to recover and get your team in order and powered up for the final phase. After we've done another 5,000 damage here, it'll start launching the Smasher, which won't take long with this party. And Hiss is where we hope for low rolls. 279 and 333 are relatively low. That's good to see. We do hope that we get this Absorb off before another thing is launched. Beautiful. We got all our HP back on our Butterfly.
So this is the final boss, right?
Right. And this ability roll, ooh, that was a max damage roll. That 639 is the highest it can roll. But both our robots are alive. They're doing about 1,000 damage apiece, so get ready for time when I say it. Should be very soon, and time. It's a little cut off on the screen, but I see a 148, which with palette swaps going on, I like it. I don't hate it.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone in the audience liked it and didn't hate it. Let's hear it one more time for Invenerable, everyone. Let's go.
Yeah.
It gives you a little more lore here at the end. It's like, I gotta do tech support. You can take the elevator back. Thanks for your help.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I just wanted to apologize for the double disco lemonade. I kind of feel bad now.
I mean, you know what? The game's over. DD, thank you so much for helping us out with that on the couch. I think I'm going to reward you with one final dose of it.
Oh, damn.
While the credits get rolling.
We're getting a refill of the disco lemonade.
And yeah, that's all for me. I've been Invenerable. Thanks for having me. Huge shout out to Scala Kitty, who made these beautiful, beautiful palettes. Big thanks to DD for being our artistic director today. And thanks again to
Yeah, I had a blast with that.
You are the greatest. Take care, everyone.
Thank you very much, Invenerable. DD as well. And thanks to everyone who donated, everyone who joined us on the stream today. We're not done yet.
Look at the total.
We have more stuff coming up. Right now, we're going to move on to Amnesia, The Dark Descent, any percent on PS4 with Lovebug the Ferg. We're going to take about 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. That being said, once again, this was an amazing run, and on all accounts, thank you so much, everybody. Truly appreciate it. And honestly, I do believe we can break 3K before the last run, which is going to be Silent Hill 4 The Room, and the Blood Bid War is still on for the blood color in the game. Purple is actually in the lead with $328.71. Lagging behind is red at $208.69. And green is dead last with $200 flat. That being said, it's not too late to get those donations in. I mean, make it a true bid war, and I'm pretty sure we can break 3K tonight. And we can only achieve it with your support and your donation, which is for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. So thank you very much to everyone. It's a great cause. We know a lot of people who are affected by it, so it actually touches us on a personal level. So thank you very much, and we'll be right back.